Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 1 previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember, this will be the early Monday night game starting at 7 o'clock here Eastern Time. The game will be played down at FedEx Field in Washington. Again, these two teams starting off with an NFC East matchup, just like the Giants and the Cowboys will. But, first with the Eagles, the Eagles went through a major transformation this offseason. I mean, you had the most successful coach in the franchise's history leave the team. Chip Kelly now enters, brings in his innovative offense. No one quite knows how this offense will be implemented, if it will be just like the one he ran at Oregon, if it will be a hybrid of that. We know that they're going to try to push the tempo. And while you don't know what particular packages they're going to come in, you don't really know if they're going to feature Deshaun Jackson more or LaShawn McCoy more, or maybe someone we're not even thinking of. Those things they've kind of kept close to the vest. Or if Michael Vick will run now, just like he did in the past, all signs indicate that he will certainly run more and kind of be the Michael Vick of old. His health could become a concern later in the season, but at least for this game, not knowing in particular how they're going to run things, this offense is sort of going to be unleashed on everyone. I think some strategic things to take note of throughout the game is in college, and most notably when they were at home, Chip Kelly was sort of able to, I don't want to say intimidate the refs, but definitely have his influence on the game, have the refs spot the ball very quickly so his team could go, go, go. They want to snap the ball, every 15 seconds. Off the play clock, when most teams take 25 seconds minimum, most of the time more than that. So, let's see how quickly these refs place the ball. They've come out and said they're not going to place the ball any quicker for a Chip Kelly team than they would for any team in the league. We'll see how that affects Washington's ability to get set in the defense they want to get set in. Because Oregon, and much like the Eagles want to do now, they want to get you in a personnel package that you don't want to get into. And while you're running on and off the field trying to substitute, they want to quick snap it and they want to get going. We'll see from a strategical point of view how this unfolds. The Eagles on the defensive side of the ball, they're changing from a 4-3 to a 3-4. And you've seen their new defensive coordinator. You've seen people in the media caution it may take a while for them to get up to speed with this defense. They pick up Isaac Sapuaga at nose tackle. They also got Connor Barwin, Kerry Williams in the secondary, Patrick Chung in the secondary, among other additions to that defense. And I look for right away for that rush defense to be a real big problem here in that 3-4 for the Eagles. One, because I don't think the personnel is great. And two, they're adjusting to a brand new defense, a brand new scheme for the players that are left over, which there's not many of them. I mean, these guys got a mesh. The Redskins are intact from last year, very proficient at running the football. And when you talk about that Redskins offense, I mean, a lot of people want to talk about RG3, and justifiably so. Very electric player. He's coming off of his injury, high-profile injury. He will play in Week 1. But Alfred Morris was a huge part of that team last year, also a rookie, a less heralded rookie. But you can make the argument, without Alfred Morris taking some of the pressure, the defensive pressure off RG3, does he storm on the scene like he did last year? I think they complement each other very well. RG3 gives them, an outside threat running the ball when he runs it. Morris can go inside and outside. I think RG3's ability to drop back and pass is very underrated. I think he can. If you listen to this channel, I think they need to keep him in the pocket more and have him pick his spots in running. Think Donovan McNabb in his prime. Think even a little bit more like a Russell Wilson now, where Russell Wilson looks to pass first and then tuck it and run. I'd like to see Griffin get to that place with his game, because the number one thing for the Redskins is to keep him healthy. And I look for their running game to hit the ground running, no pun intended, against this Eagles defense. On the defensive side of the ball, I'm not in love with this Redskins defense. I think that their front will be able to do a good enough job against that read option to sort of make it so the Eagles don't go crazy in this game. And again, from a defensive standpoint, all the Redskins can do is their best to prepare, but what they have tape for. But truly, no one really knows how this offense is going to sort of unfurl itself on the league here. And the Redskins will be the first guinea pig for that. But I think the Redskins' ability to run the ball on offense will keep that Eagles offense off the field, and that the Redskins defense will be able to do enough at home with the crowd noise. Okay, I remember Oregon in the past, the Eagles now, they want to be able to communicate their plays in 2 words. It's all part of how they get up to the line and snap the ball quick and go. Well, I think that'll be affected, especially early on in the season, by loud road crowds. And I just think overall, again, the presence of that Washington running game against an Eagles defense that I don't think is very good will be the difference here. So I like Washington -3.5 at home against the Eagles in the opener here to take it. I think RG3 will have a good game. I don't think there'll be any ill effects from that knee, at least now. I think these are 2 quarterbacks we could be talking about the mid and end of the year, maybe with some health concerns if they put their body at risk, but certainly not for week 1. And hey, for the good of the NFL, I hope nothing happens to them, but there's too much of a track record of these smaller quarterbacks getting hurt to think that they'll go through the season unscathed. But let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments, Redskins -3.5. Hit me up on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm previewing every game every week here and also talking football on here all year, guys. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks again, and have a great day.